When I looked at the double OG blood dude haircut, bro, I see, like, as I'm leaning in to look, he turned this way. Couple of his people right here. Another dude right here getting his haircut. The officer right here at the front yelling, saying they got a couple more minutes. The Crip dude behind him. I done already hollered at the Crip dude. As I'm leaning like this, I see the big double O things, but it's weird because, you know, the double O should be like going this way where you could read it, but it's like it's stacked on top of each other, like going that way. But maybe that's just the design he wanted. I don't know. As I lean in, and the Crip dude doing it, he kind of turned the blood dude this way, and I look up at him, he got a little smirk on his face. And I look up, oh, them two circle things, those wasn't no two. I mean, I guess technically it was double O's. But the way it's positioned, it don't look like no double O's. It was two bars on the man's head. The man is coming around the curve with the clippers, shaping the tip, the right tip side. So I'm like, hold on, what the feezy? And he go around, even put a little dip in the middle, like for the, you know, then come around the other curve, and then the officer like, come on now, come on, I've been telling you. Like, all right, hold on, I'm almost done. I immediately walked away from him. Crip dude started biting his lip. I guess he just like, it's whatever. I don't know if something else transpired from the moment the blood dude, you know, from them few days that went by. I don't know what the situation was, but I immediately walk out. When I'm walking out, one of my other partners was walking in, he's grinning. He's like, CB, you seen it? I'm like, yeah, boy, that shit crazy. I keep walking. He's like, what it was? It's what they said for real. I'm like, I don't know what they said. He was like, man, they said he put a dick and some balls on the back of double OG head. I'm like, bro, that's what he cut in that man haircut, bro. So the officer like, man, come on, y'all. So dude jump up. I'm already out. When he jumping up, I see him doing like this, looking in the mirror. Now I'm headed to the door. I head back to the front part of the door. As I'm walking out the door, you hear people talking about some, what? The blood dudes out there talking about some, what? Somebody put dick on the back of dog head. What? Somebody put some dick on dog head. What? So one nigga asked me, CB. I'm like, yo, they're like, what they got going? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, what they talking about with double O? I'm like, I don't know. I just went in there to see what the hell the dorm was doing. I just came straight out. I got to go back to detail. Bro. I think it's probably about 6, 7 codes done got called while I was on detail. Officers taking off running from all kind of different buildings, bringing niggas up to medical, niggas bleeding, people on stretchers, all kind of stuff. So of course the campus locked down. So now they got me and Deputy Warden Gallant doing all kind of extra stuff. We got to go to this dorm. We got to grab all these blankets. Some of it got blood on it. They got Gallant cleaning up some of the blood. Now certain dorms, they wouldn't let me go in because they already felt like I got a little flakiness in my system, like I might do something. They know Deputy Warden Gallant, he's not doing nothing as far as passing stuff, giving people stuff. He's not doing none of that. But they know I probably would go for it. Like if I'm in the dorm cleaning up and somebody be like, CBL, bro, go get him this cigarette. I probably do it. So, you know, they was really letting me go into the more better dorms, the dorms that wasn't super, super bad to clean up, and they was sending Gallant in the messed up dorms to clean up. So I make it back to my dorm. When I get back to my dorm, Crip dude screaming my name. He's still in the dorm. I get over there. I'm expecting to see him bust up, bleeding, whatever. But they tell me it didn't even pop in our dorm. It just popped other dorms, people with his set. Because once the blood dude realized it, he, I guess, told the Bloods to pop on that particular set of Crips. And then he was telling me, he was laughing. He was like, yeah, bro, I was trying not to bust out laughing when you was looking at the haircut. He was like, man, that nigga had life fucked up, bro. Man, this shit just happened. And then they sent the blitz on my other little cuz down there, and I brought him home into Crip. After me and bro said it was all over with, yeah, he sent the blitz and had them wet up my little cousin. He gonna try to lie and play it off like, oh, that was just an immediate response that happened from that. But nah, nigga, that happened after you gave the green light. You gave the okay for that to happen. He said, then I heard a little slick ass comment that nigga gonna say, talking about some, we been smashing on the Crips. He was like, yeah, so I got his ass. I played it real cool with him. I thought it was gonna pop right there in the barbershop. I had my fire on me. So I'm like, that is crazy, bro. So, the officer comes screaming my name. They calling me to come back out. I gotta go do this. I'm ripping and running. I finally get down there to the tier. Now, when you go on the tier, when they know they about to put you on the tier, usually they'll have you in the hole, but the regular hole and the tier is two different buildings. But some of those people was in the first phase part of the tier. Even though they paperwork haven't been processed to be in the tier yet, they just did it, just for space to have a place to put them. Blood dude called me to the cell. I get to the cell. He got 2 patches on his back. Clearly he got stabbed. He like, bro, ain't no way, bro. He laughing. I'm like, what that? He like, bro, he turned around and do his head like that. And I look. I was like, that's crazy. He like, damn, dog, you wasn't even gonna tell me. I was like, bro, I wasn't paying attention to your haircut like that, bro. He was like, bro, the way you looked and walked out, I knew right then something wasn't right. I was like, nah, bro, I wasn't paying attention to that shit. He was like, man, ain't no way. He like, bro, you got a Chris Brown on you? I didn't have one, but I told him I could probably try to bring you one back later because they're going to have us out here moving around all day and stuff. He like, bro, ain't no way that man cut that into my hair, bro. Ain't no way, bro. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy work, bro. He definitely did it. He like, bro, and I felt it when the nigga was doing it. I'm just thinking the double O, I ain't even paying attention that it ain't going this way. It's up and down. He like, damn, goddamn, when he was like going with the length, he like, bro, I don't know. I just was thinking he was putting a fire design in my head, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, that is insanity. That is something crazy right there, bro. He like, I need you to do me a favor. I'm like, what's happening? He like, man, I need you to take this kite to the bro in your dorm, bro. I need you. I really need you to get it to him. It's really important. I need him to send me a shaver, bro. I need a shaver for my head. I need to cut this out my head. And I need some food and some hygiene, woo. I was like, you don't want me to just pass the message? He said, no, bro, don't just pass the message, bro. Don't just pass the message. He was like, I need you to give bro this kite, bro, please, bro. So he handed me the kite. I grab it. I stick it in my pocket. So when I stick it in my pocket, the door pop, you got a couple of the big people, the administrators coming over there. So I immediately go to picking up trash and stuff that they done threw out the door. They're like, Ben, what you doing over there? I'm like, I'm just cleaning up stuff. Immediately, get against the wall. But I got tissue, other stuff, paper towels in my pocket and stuff. So they pat me down. They really just looking for contraband. So they kind of pat right over the note. So I'm like, I bet. So they let me go. I go head on about my day. I go finish cleaning up, bro. They got me and Galan out there to they probably got me and Galan out there to like 7 p.m. Keep in mind, detail usually end about 3:30. 4 at the max, because it's a statewide 4 o'clock count. So sometimes they'll make you stay at the 4. So after 7, you can just imagine how tired I am. And I've been up since probably 5:30. I've been up since about 5 this morning, getting ready, been out there working all morning. And it's 7 p.m. now, and I'm just now finishing up, just now getting ready to go back to the dorm. I'm walking to the dorm, and I see a couple of administrators coming out. I thought they had long been gone. They usually don't stay no past 2, 3 p.m. Like I say, sometimes they will to 4, 5, and then you always got an OIC, an officer in charge. But I see these main people coming out of my dorm as I'm approaching the dorm. And they was like, all right, Bill, your dorm straight. We just let y'all off lockdown. Anything go down in here, we locking y'all ass right back down. Everybody said they straight. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So I'm like, yeah, cool. So I go in the dorm. The Crip dude pull up on me. He laughing. A couple blood dudes pull up on me. He ain't heard from bro, whatever. We need to try to get a kite to bro. I'm like, yeah, he down there in the hole or whatever the case is. But I think they took him out early, because when they came, when I was faking like I was picking up stuff, they was taking him out. So I don't know if they was putting him on an emergency transfer, which they usually do, especially when you're like a high-ranking person, or they could have just been really processing him and putting him in his permanent tier room or a room in a hole. There's no telling, exactly where they was getting ready to take him to. I would have to find that out tomorrow. Later on that night, I say about close to 9 o'clock count. Matter of fact, at 9 o'clock count, when the officer was in there counting, coming through counting, is when I realized with my hands in my pocket that I had that kite. So I'm looking at the blood dude he told me to give it to. Dude sitting there slick looking stupid. He kind of been mugging the Crips ever since we've been off lockdown. But like I say, this is a pretty decent dorm. They done already popped in all kind of other dorms. Everybody else still locked down. They just came and fucked it with us and let us off lockdown. Bro, don't get us locked back down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just something about it that felt strange. So when the officer finished the count, I called his name twice, no answer. I went back in my room, and I wasn't trying to be nosy, but it was the nosiness inside the nosy that told me to read it. But I opened that kite, it didn't say nothing about no hygiene, about no shaver. It was strictly, nigga, fuck lockdown. I don't care about none of that. Immediately pop on them Crips, wet them up immediately, blah, 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 blah. So I folded back up and put it on my box. I said, I'm gonna try to prolong this as long as possible. And, you know, worst come to worst, I can just be like, damn, I forgot to give it to him. I was tired of hell, put that shit in my box. So I go to work the next day, but I purposely go to the right towards the tier to try to see where bro at, to see exactly what they did with him yesterday. And then they told me that he got emergency transferred to another prison. So I said, okay, cool. So when I went on my lunch break, I went back to that kite. And as I was reading it again, I just so happened to accidentally rip it up. And then I guess it accidentally fell out my hand into the toilet. And then I accidentally fell over the toilet and hit the flush button. Nigga, I didn't want to go back on lockdown. Nigga, fuck that shit. I ain't no blood or no Crip, nigga. I'm not obligated to pass no damn kites. You telling him to go stab them up and goddamn we get locked down and now I got to do my time miserable. No, nigga. So you tell me if you think I was right or wrong. Do you think I should have just minded my damn business and gave him the kite or whatever the case? I mean, shit, at the end of the day, ain't nobody never said nothing else to me about it. You know what I'm saying? So even if a nigga would have, damn, bro, I fucked around through that shit. I must have threw it away. I don't know what I did with that shit, man. I was so busy. Or, shit, man, the administrators, goddamn, I had to throw it in the garbage real quick, bro. They came running down talking about empty your pockets. I don't know what you said in that kite. So I hurried up, threw that bitch in the car. Whoop-de-doo. But, bro, the overall point is the prison is a very dangerous place to be. And I highly recommend that you guys try to the best of your ability to do the right thing. Stay away from it. Stay out them streets. It's your boy Billiam, and I'm out of here. What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen murders with my own 2 eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it because you could go in and never make it out.